When I started running, I didn't begin with the intention of running every single day for a year. It wasn't until a few weeks into it that I was starting to feel really good, both physically and mentally, from the change. Then I started to wonder what could happen if I kept this going for a whole year. I didn't fully comprehend in that moment all the challenges that would entail or the rewards that I would reap. The first thing I learned was that doing anything every single day is hard. To do this almost every day would have been much easier. In week 4, a huge snowstorm hit us, dropping about 10 inches of snow. Up until that point, I'd done all of my running off-road. I remember struggling to get my feet through the snow. If I didn't lift them high enough, the snow would pile up in front of me. At the same time, my running shoes continued to get heavier as the layers of compacted snow built up on the soles. I barely finished that day, and I was exhausted when I made it back. I could have easily given up at that point. I certainly wanted to. I knew continuing to run my old route wasn't going to work anymore. I would have to adapt to running on the road if I was going to continue. In the weeks to come, I bought new shoes to ease the shin pain. I got stronger. I learned to run with only one earbud in so that cars didn't sneak up on me. I started running farther, 2, then 4, then 6 miles at a time. Somehow I managed to dig deep, running through the melting snow and ice of late winter and eventually the mud of spring. One cool rainy day in early May, I ran the farthest distance of the year, 14.73 miles. I wanted to see how far I could go if I just refused to quit. 2.5 hours later, I collapsed on the front steps. I could barely walk the rest of the day, and it took me 2 weeks of slow and painful 1-mile days to get back to full strength. That's when I learned that if I was going to keep doing this for another 10 months, I would need to learn to conserve energy for days to come. I set out on this journey because I wanted to improve my physical condition. But in completing the journey, I achieved even more mentally. I learned the power of consistently putting time into something every day. I learned to pace myself to avoid burning out.
I learned to be alone with myself and my thoughts.
So, this is Johnny Lawver, signing off. Peace out, little homies. One time.
But most importantly, I learned that if you want to do something amazing, it's going to be hard. If you want to do something hard, don't expect anyone else to carry you.
Your primary motivation needs to come from deep inside of you.